You often hear Christians claim that it's fine to place the Ten Commandments in government buildings because our legal system is based on them. Now, setting aside for the moment that our Constitution expressly forbids our government from establishing one religion's convention over another, is our legal system really based on the Ten Commandments? Let's take a closer look. If you ask fundamentalist Christians which of our laws are based on the Ten Commandments, they will usually rattle off, "Thou shalt not kill," and "Thou shalt not steal." That sounds pretty reasonable, doesn't it? Except that no society can exist without laws that prevent its citizens from slaughtering one another whenever they feel like it, or taking whatever they want from someone else without permission. Thus, these laws have existed since pre-biblical times. Societies had prohibitions against murder and theft long before the Ten Commandments came along. Alright, then what about "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor"? Christians will often bring that one up as an example of a commandment on which our laws are based. Well, while it is true that under certain specific situations, such as when being sworn in court, or in contracts, or issues of libel or slander, there are indeed laws against lying. But otherwise, you're free to lie all you want. In fact, if you want to spread false rumors about your neighbor, you can go right ahead, and the law can't touch you. That freedom of speech is even protected by our Bill of Rights, which means that our laws are actually diametrically opposed to the "Thou shalt not bear false witness" commandment. And that's not the only commandment made illegal by our right to freedom of speech. So is "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain." It would be unconstitutional and illegal to make a law preventing people from saying "God damn it" if they want to. And those aren't the only commandments actively opposed by our legal system either. Take a look at "Thou shalt have no other gods before me," and "Thou shalt not worship graven images." In our society, if you want to worship some other god or gods, you go right ahead and the law won't touch you. Why? Again, our Constitution. It guarantees freedom of religion, which is the very opposite of what the commandment demands. Okay then, what about "Thou shalt honor thy mother and father"? Well, it's considered polite and decent to do so, yes, but since when has there been a law requiring kids to honor their parents? "Thou shalt not work on the Sabbath"? Again, no laws against that. In fact, millions of businesses around the country are open every Sunday, and almost everyone, at least occasionally, spends the weekend catching up on work. Now, what about "Thou shalt not commit adultery"? Sorry, while there may be some laws that take adultery into account, such as during divorce settlements, there's no actual laws against adultery itself. So what's left? "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's possessions." Are you kidding? The American economy is based on the concept of coveting your neighbor's possessions. It's called keeping up with the Joneses, and there's certainly no law against that. Well, that's all 10 of the commandments, so let me go ahead and recap. How many of our laws are based on the 10 commandments? None. 0. In fact, our basic rights as American citizens actually makes it illegal to write laws based on at least some of the 10 commandments. Thus, the 10 commandments have no place in any of our government buildings, period.